Hey folks, it's Rod with PA Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ Stocks, crypto assets, and interviews. Today is Saturday, July 29th. Hope you're having a great weekend. And in this video, we're going to be discussing the most bullish chart setup and crypto out there at the moment. And you guessed it, that digital asset, that crypto asset is XRP, our most favorite digital asset, and I would argue the best digital asset in the planet. It's even reminding me of a chart that looked exactly like Ethereum. And I did a video on Ethereum back in 2021 in February, and I was never more confident, and this time I'm even more confident than that. But obviously not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor. I'll never tell you to buy, sell, or hold. This is just what I'm doing in my thoughts and perspective. We're going to discuss all that and more. We'll dive into the chart, and we'll look at some massive bullish indicators and patterns that we're looking at. Before we get to it though, make sure to smash the like, help support me in the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, you'll be notified on any future live streams or when I post a new video. So here's the video that I posted on Ethereum. I said explosive move incoming, and that was back on February 1st, 2021. If we go back to that video here, you can see prices at around $1,300, and we were having the weekly moving averages cross the 50 through the 100 and the 200. And on the daily time frame, if the 50 is below the 200 and it crosses, that's a golden cross. And when it's on the weekly time frame, that's even more bullish. So price was at around $1,300, and then we took the Fib levels, the Fibonacci Extension levels, and we were targeting around 4,500 to 5,000. And sure, lo and behold, we ended up hitting about 4,800 on Ethereum. So technical analysis definitely does work sometimes, right? It's all about probabilities and mathematics and equations and ratios, and just looking at what has happened, in the past, and you can draw your most likely conclusion, right? If you got 6 or 7 patterns or 6 or 7 indicators that are screaming bullish, and they're all saying, we're going higher from here, there's a 60-80% chance we're going, to this level, then you want to pay attention to that, right? It's just going to give you an edge as a trader or as an investor. And wouldn't you rather know that 6 out of 10 indicators or 8 out of 10 indicators are saying we're going to this price versus this price? It's just, probabilities and odds, right? But at the end of the day, nothing's guaranteed. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. But as you can see, I'll bring up the chart here because we got this fresh in the head here. Look at XRP's weekly moving averages. They're gearing up for a bull cross when the shorter term, the 50 weekly, is below the longer term, in this case the 200 and the 100, and they cross. That is called a bull cross. And then, like I said, Ethereum had the exact same scenario playing out, where it came up and it crossed through all of those moving averages, and we saw serious upside. It went from about $1,300 all the way up to 4,800. And that move on Ethereum really came from the lows of about $90. So we had tons of upside there, right? Like tons of upside, life-changing wealth. So if we take a look at crypto, or at XRP, the most bullish crypto here at the moment, it is, again, I challenge you to find a more bullish chart right now in crypto, because if you do, I want to find it and I want to see it and I want to invest in it, because this is looking ripe and spicy, juicy, whatever word you want to use it. It's looking like it's absolutely ready to skyrocket, go parabolic at the moment. So we have those moving averages on the weekly time frame. Last time that happened, you can see back here, price went from about 11 cents all the way up to $2. And then we had the bear cross with the shorter term moving averages above the longer term. And then we went all the way down to about 27 cents. Now we're seeing the other flip side of that. And this time, XRP, we know, is not a security. It in itself is not a security. You can package it just like you can package Bitcoin, just like you can package oranges and sell that as a security. But the oranges and the XRP themselves are not securities, right? When Ripple sells to an institution, that is that's a security, right? But that doesn't mean that XRP is a security. It's all about facts and circumstances. So that is bullish indicator number 1. And you can see here we're well above all of those moving averages. And if we look at Ethereum, it was well above all of its moving averages as well. And these are lagging indicators, right? These moving averages. So if we take a look at XRP, well above all of its moving averages on the weekly time frame. And then something I want to point out as well is we have the golden cross playing out as well. So on the daily time frame, I mentioned earlier, when the 50 days below the 200 day and that crosses, that's a golden cross. Look what happened last time. We had this explosive move, then we had a death cross. The 50 day, the shorter term above the longer term, price cratered, right? Now we're seeing it on the flip side, and this time we've been suppressed for so long. It sounds cliche, right? But the longer the base, the higher in space, and the greater the suppression, the greater the expansion. And this thing is ready to fly, in my opinion. But again, not financial advice, but this is my biggest crypto holding at the moment. Like I said, I think XRP is going to make multi-millionaires, if not billionaires, in the foreseeable future, in the next 5, 10. I am so bullish on this digital asset. It's not even funny, but that is a golden cross that we're looking at as well. We look at the 10-week moving average. The stochastic and the MACD are blasting off into space, going parabolic, extremely bullish. We're well above the 10-week moving average. And again, it's hard to find a chart right now that's more bullish than this right now. We have a strong monthly, weekly, and daily uptrend. So if we take a look at the monthly time frame, you can see here we have the low, high, higher low and higher high, higher low and higher high. We're in a very, very strong monthly uptrend, strong weekly uptrend, and we're above all of the moving averages there on the exponential, and daily uptrend as well. And we're above all of the monthly EMAs here as well, and we could even see an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross, which I just realized. Last time that happened, again, price went from about 11 cents all the way up to $2. Then we had the bear cross here with the 12 period exponential moving average above the 26 because the shorter term's above the longer term, bear cross. And then we went down. Now we're seeing the flip side of that. So that's another indicator that I found here just doing this live stream. And then we're also, let me just think my train. Oh yeah, we're breaking this multi-year downtrend resistance line. So we're breaking out, and then the next major resistance is going to be this level right here, right around $1.38. If we can get over $1.38, then we have $1.96, and then we have the all-time high there. And on this chart, it's Bitfinex at 330. On some charts, it got up to just under $4. But if we can get over, in my opinion, this resistance line here, if we can close a monthly candle over $1.38, this thing is ready to fly. And I'm telling you, this is going to, like, people aren't even going to believe, I mean, obviously Bitcoin went from 1 cent to like $70,000 US, right? Over $100,000 Canadian. But like I said, XRP, the amount of gains that this thing is going to pump out percentage wise, not dollars, not going to $70,000, right? But 4 or 5 figures someday, maybe. Not happening in this bull market, in my opinion. But I think that realistically, we could hit somewhere around 10 to 20 bucks. So again, this is the most bullish chart. Find me a more bullish chart and I want to know about it. But new all-time highs into September and year end seems realistic. Not only realistic, but very probable. And again, it reminds me so much of that Ethereum chart. And if we take a look at the Fibonacci extension levels, you can see here that the 3.618, so we'll bring up Ethereum real quick. So, and I know everybody says, oh, well, this is hindsight. It's always 2020 whenever you look at this in the future, but hindsight's always 2020. It's like, yeah, but when I made that video back on Ethereum, that wasn't hindsight. That was me. That was foresight, right? I was looking at the indicators and sure enough, it came through. And then price was at around $1,300 and look, it went right to 3.618, $4,800. Where did it hit? 48.67. So again, it hit that target. It's like, okay, well, only Ethereum did that. Okay, let's bring up Bitcoin. Bitcoin from its high to the low using the Fib extension levels, the 4.618 was at 78,000. The 3.618 was at 62,000. It actually hit 67,000, right? So if it hit its 3.618 Fib extension level, if Ethereum hit its 3.618 Fib extension level, why can't XRP? So if XRP hits its 3.618 in this next bull market, that's about $12. If it hits its 4.618, that's $15. So from current prices right now, that's about a 15x to 20x from current levels. But I've got an average down in the 30s, maybe even, I think it might be in the 40s, but it's definitely in the 30s or the 40s. So if we just take, 35 cents, for example, that's about 35x or 40x to from the 3.618 to the 4.618. So that's about, like I said, $1,000 invested into, if we just go to the 3.618 from 35 cents, right? If you got an average of about 35 cents like myself, if we go to the 3.618, that's about a 35x, right? $1,000 into $35,000. If we go to 4.618, that's about 50x. So you're looking at turning $1,000 for every $1,000 you invest, you're looking at $50,000, right? So this, and again, lots of analysts, lots of technical analysis pointing to $27. I think realistically, I'm going to start taking profit around probably around $4, again at $8, again at $12, again at $17. And then, I don't need to nail the top. And, at this point, this thing is, it's hard to tell how high this thing will go, right? Because it's been suppressed for so long. And like they say, the longer the base, the higher in space. And at this point, I'm just going to be holding probably 5% indefinitely. I'm never going to sell 5%. I'm going to hold it forever, right? Imagine the people who bought Bitcoin at $100 and sold it at $1,000. Or imagine the people who bought Bitcoin at $1 and sold it at $100, right? So it can always go higher than you think. And like I said, this is the most suppressed cryptocurrency, and we know it's the best on the planet, right? It's the first, to offer a DEX, right? A decentralized exchange. Literally, tokenization of everything is going to be on the blockchain, and it's going to be XRP, in my opinion. Stocks are going to be tokenized. We're going to see stocks trade 24/7, 365. You're going to be able to send money to your friends and family across the world on the weekends eventually, and that's all going to be brought to you by blockchain and crypto. And again, we're going to see tokenization of real world assets and values. So real estate, you're going to see your social insurance number, your social security number, all of that information that's identifiable to you and unique to you is going to be as an NFT, right? We're going to see tokenization and NFTs like land titles and things like that. We're going to see fractionalized real estate where you'll be able to imagine, when the Ottawa Senators were up for sale, or, an NBA team or an NBA facility or an MLB facility or arena or, a baseball field, if they sell, imagine if they tokenized that and created a token and then got the value. And let's say there's 100 million tokens, you divide that by however much the value of that asset is, and you can buy fractions of that, right? We can buy things that we otherwise wouldn't even be able to afford. And that is the power that blockchain and crypto holds in itself. And the future is exciting, but XRP, by far my most favorite cryptocurrency, my number one holding, and like I said, the most bullish chart out there in crypto land. Find me a more bullish chart, let me know, drop it in the comments below, but going down it there, let me know your thoughts and opinions. But I think we're months away, I would say, 3 to 6 months away before all-time highs on XRP. But going down it there, it's Rod with Powell Group. Thanks again for joining us in the pursuit of wealth. If you found value in this video, like it, share it, all that good stuff, and we'll see you on the next video.